New smart home products are coming out every week, and I've picked out the best ones to tell you about today. These are all going to be solid products with good value for you, and they'll all include some pretty neat tech. Now, I'll tell you what I like and what I don't like as we go forward, so you know if they'll fit you or not. Now let's start with SwitchBot, who have always been a big innovator. They surprised all of us by launching a smart battery-based circulator fan. It's $100, and of course, you can take it with you, recharge it when you need to, and I like that it oscillates vertically and horizontally. Of course, this is going to work with other SwitchBot products to be a pretty automated solution. Now, I have to test this one out, but it looks awfully nice. I do have the new S10 robot right here. It's a vacuum and mop combo unit, and if you don't know what's special about this bad boy, well, you might have been living under a rock for a little while. That's okay, I don't judge, but the big point of this one is that it can connect to your home's plumbing. It does so through a water refill station, and that allows it to drop off the dirty water, pick up new fresh water anytime, as well as pick up detergent. It can also drop off debris that it vacuums up at a separate charging base station, so this thing can just keep going if it wants to. It doesn't need your intervention very often, so I think there's lots of value for people who want to finalize their robot vacuum. The maintenance requirements are fairly low. It's not an expensive unit to maintain. However, I'm testing it for those of you who are renters and won't be able to attach it to your plumbing at home. I'll let you know all of my findings, but it's been a decent robot vacuum and mop for the most part. And here in a rental, you can just get the tanks that go on top of the water refill station. So it can work like any other robot vacuum and mop combo unit. Hello Automators, thanks for tuning in again. I'm Brian from Automate Your Life, and my goal on the channel is to save you time and money on your journey to live smarter. Today's video is going to introduce you to products that you might not know about, and also to give you that feeling of whether or not it's a good one that you want to continue to look into. All the links are down below in the description to the products themselves, and if we have full-on reviews, I'll link those too. This next one is Aqara's M3 Hub. It comes in at $130, and when I did my review, it was quite harsh. The reason for that isn't because it's a bad hub, but because Aqara had promised more than they could deliver on the launch date. That caused it to start out slower as a device, but Aqara's reacting already, and I think it's already worth a second look for some of you. Not only is this capable of controlling all of Aqara's smart home products, but it's also a great infrared blaster. It also helps turn almost all of your automations to local execution if you're using Aqara's gear already. And of course, all of this is going with a great automation engine, and it is a fully Matter certified hub. Now, speaking of which, one of my big problems from the review has already been fixed. Aqara released an update that allows you to bring in most Matter products available today. And while this is a bit of a test for them, initially on launch, they only really let you bring in 3 types of products. So it's way up, it's way better, and it's great to see them reacting already. Now, they released a second update that makes a couple of their sensors much better too, as they're allowing those to be part of your DIY security system in their app. Those are the P2 sensors, and they're really great with the right hub, and the M3 is starting to turn into that. Now, of course, the M3 is going to be a great hub for the next product, which is the U50 Smart Lock. This is a Zigbee lock, and it's really the same product as the U100 from last year, minus 3 things. The removal of a keypad, it's a little bit of a different color, and I prefer this one to the U100. The third difference is the price. Now, the price point is the biggest point. Okay, this is a budget smart lock, and for those of you who are really keyed in on security, you can actually change out the lock cylinder. Okay, it's a wild amount of value in this. I just don't see anything else in the industry that's hitting the same level of features, capability for this price point. So go check out our reviews on those 2 products, because the links are below. One of my favorite aspects of this next company is how inexpensive they are. They make easy to use products and especially sensors that you can stick all over your home and then use those to make really good automations. Now, one of their new sensors is a garage tilt sensor, and I think this is a better method for most people because trying to use door sensors often results in tricky installations. This is a literal stick, set up and forget, and it's going to be able to tell you as soon as your door starts to tilt a little bit that it's open. Since it's a Zigbee sensor, it can connect to a lot of different smart home hubs today. So it's a great inexpensive option. I think a lot of people are going to want to pick this up for use with their smart home hub. Now the other sensor, really it's a similar thing, except it's a humidity and temperature sensor. And this is a simplified version of the one that they had last year. It doesn't have the readings on the front. You might like that one or this one. Either way, these are inexpensive Zigbee sensors. You can buy either of the two models from Third Reality. And then again, they're going to work with your different smart home hubs. Now, speaking of these kinds of humidity and temperature sensors, they're going to help you with your thermostat automations and devices like smart humidifiers or smart fans. I have a video where we went through some automation ideas with fans. This is a critical component for that. This is an absolutely wild idea, and I don't even know if it's ever going to come out. But if it does, I'm definitely going to paint the town red, literally. This is called Paint Cam, and it'll tell you when someone is on your property that shouldn't be. Then you can make the decision to paint them with paintballs. I can't imagine this is legal and that people won't get sued, but this is a neat idea, and it is one of the funniest things I've seen in a long time in the smart home industry. I love this kind of stuff, but let's wait and see if it comes out later this year. A matter over thread smart outlet is a pretty big benefit for a lot of you, and I like the design on AYL Outlet. I like the choices they've made from a technology standpoint, and all of the specifications on this seem like a really great option for a lot of you. It's a clean and a crisp device with a fairly easy installation. You'll use the AYL app to set it up in most cases, and that's because that's the only app you get the energy monitoring options that are so important for something like this. At least right now. It looks like Matter in the very near future will be able to include energy consumption and energy management in your different apps. So this device actually only has one way to go, and that's up. From my perspective, an outlet is a much better choice than smart plugs. Obviously, they're going to look a lot nicer. So it's just that energy management stuff. And then I think this is going to be a great product. Now, Govee's releasing two new outdoor products. I think they're both absolutely gorgeous. This is the Triad Floodlight. It's an impressive fixture no matter who you are or what you think about smart lighting. Now this thing, it sticks in the ground with a couple of stakes. The frame down here, it's all metal, and then the lights themselves and the housing here, it's plastic. It's got a good finish on it. You have a nice long cable for getting around to your plug-in, and then you can showcase 3 different colors at the same time. Now you can see, I just switched over to Govee's scenes. They have a huge list of scenes and effects. We all know they're some of the best in the industry, and on top of that, this is one of the best illumination lights that I have ever seen for the outdoors. And just as a little aside here, I'll tell you that Govee has an outdoor motion sensor that they are selling. And if you haven't seen this before, it's a simple sensor. I think the only gap with this is you can't turn off the lights after motion is no longer detected. Instead, you'd have to do a delay and turn off the lights after so long. But I've told Govee about this gap, and I hope they close that off. Now, the other product is called the Govee Outdoor Wall Light. This does take a little bit of an installation because you have to, replace your existing light fixture outside. The back of it is metal. The sides are a pretty strong plastic with a good rugged coating on it. You get 3 different colored lights inside of this white case. Again, incredible lights, and I can imagine these on a lot of the fronts of homes very soon. You again get all the different effects and scenes, and of course you can coordinate this as a pair or even a set of 3. Now, both of these lighting products are Matter certified, which is going to give you more options for automating. If you haven't already seen them, Amazon's released details on 2 different cameras. Now, I have one of them with me here. It's called the Blink Mini 2. The other one is the Ring Pan Cam. That's the same as the Ring stick-up cam, which you could buy a pan and tilt mount for, but now this one has it integrated. Since it's just about released as we release this video, you can let me know if you want to see more about that camera, but since I have the Blink Mini 2, let's talk about this one. There are some upgrades here. It's a little better visually, and overall I just feel like the design is a little more solid, a little more rugged. Now, in many cases, you will want a subscription because Blink has tied some of their biggest features with this camera to that. But if you just want a camera to record people or motion around your home, you're going to be able to use their Sync Module 2 to record locally in your home, and that can be done without a subscription. Sonoff has a couple of new products out, including a smart light switch they call the M5. Now, it's a Matter certified one, so pretty much anyone could buy, install this, and get some use out of it. But it's extremely inexpensive, and they have a number of options for your specific install needs. This is a simple offering. It's a simple smart light switch, but at the prices they're sitting at in 2024, it's a good option for a lot of people to have a look at. The other product they're releasing is an energy meter. Now, it's a non-contact one, which means it uses what are called current transformers, or CTs. Those CTs look like little clamps and they go over the wire goes through it, and that allows them to read how much current is going through it. The more you know, hey? But it's also Wi-Fi connected. It's not a Matter device though. So you're gonna be able to bring it just into the AYL Link app, and it reads currents up to 100 amps. So you're gonna be able to make some smart decisions based on that knowledge. Now, the other thing that I do like with this one is it's DIN rail mountable. So it can look really nice mounted around your electrical box. Now, those are the most exciting smart home products you can have a look at this month. The releases are getting pretty intense as we build to Prime Day. So if you want to see more products like this, check out the video that's up on screen right there. Otherwise, thanks for watching today. And of course, live smart. Disaster today a little bit here. Ooh, I said that weird. Whoa, why did I say light switch? Current transformers, or CTs. Now, those CTs look like little clamps, and I can't make that symbol. That's what it looks like, though. Sorry, not sorry. Okay.